It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing another discussion video that was suggested by one of you guys in the Discord community. If you want to join the Discord and be able to speak with the rest of us about DVD, TVs, movie, you know, whatever have you, books, other stuff, or, you know, topics like these, you can go ahead and join with the link in the description. You can go ahead and accept the rules with the knife emote at the bottom. But with that being said, this video that was suggested is from Pixelbush, titled "Could Hook Incentives Fix Tunneling?" Now I'm curious to hear about it, and I also appreciate you guys suggesting these for discussion. But I want to actually kind of hear what Pixelbush has to say, which I've actually covered it like videos from Pixelbush previously, and they're usually pretty good. Usually pretty great. He's the lore guy. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Now we've got the killers who don't need shit. Killers who are already so strong and reliable that even when not tunneling, they do not need the extra power boost. This list is basically just the S and high A tier of killers. Anybody from Singularity or stronger does not need the extra help. You will note I did not put twins here, because I'd argue twins need an encouragement to hook in general. If twins are actually...
Yeah, that's a good point that coming from Pixelbush right off the bat. Twins is actually an S tier killer, believe it or not. The only thing that holds them back, and also why we never see this character, is simply because of the fact that they're constantly bugged. If they weren't constantly bugged, I think that they would probably be a menace. And honestly, adding on to that, their whole entire gameplay with twins, to at least even make them remotely useful, is the same thing like with Oni, where it's like you have to just leave them on the ground so that you can then continue to apply the pressure. So I think it makes complete sense to give twins that option, to give hook incentives for those characters like that kind of need it, and they need the help, of course. Now Oni definitely does need it, because I think he in general just does not have much beyond his blood, and if he doesn't actually get any, then he's just kind of man with sword, so not too great.
Hooking survivors regularly and not doing so with the intention of tunneling them out, their power works against them as much as it helps them, and I think making that active choice should be rewarded. Speaking of which, the first actual category of rewards I'm going to advocate for is styled after an existing hook-related perk. Pop goes the weasel. There is a reason behaviour used a base kit Pop as the primary hook incentive on the 9.2.0 PTB. You get your hook, next time you do the thing you want to do, you do it a bit better. It's tried and tested.
I have to agree with Pixelbush on this take as well, and I have to agree with behavior on that as well. I mean, it makes sense to give a bonus for getting a fresh, well, just getting hooks in general. Now, the problem obviously is that when they decided to release the changes again, they completely removed all bonuses from getting hooks in the first place. So, you know, 2 steps forward, like 5 steps back at that point, but at least the philosophy was still there. Like it was still there, where you're like, okay, I hook, I get something out of it. That's what people want, and at least speaking for me, that's what I'm looking for. Like, if I'm gonna have to be going around hooking everybody, at least let me get something out of it. You know what I mean?
And there's loads of ways killer powers can be momentarily enhanced. Here's my list of killer powers I would apply.
Let's go ahead and take a read here. So Rafe says, whenever you get a unique hook, you get 10% haste for 10 seconds on the next use of cloak. I love this already. This is great. This is awesome. Hag, for 20 seconds after your unique hook, you can teleport to any one trap on the map without a survivor triggering it. That's so nice. Cannibal, whenever you get a unique hook, your next pallet break with the chainsaw does not stop your chainsaw sweep. That chainsaw sweep can only deal 1 health state of damage for the rest of its duration. So it's like giving low pro chains to Cannibal. That's super nice. Or Bubba. Nightmare or Freddy. Whenever you get a unique hook, the awake survivor with the most sleep progress falls asleep. Their location is revealed on Killer Instinct for 6 seconds. That's so nice. These are so cool. Why aren't these in the game? These are really cool. Hello? Death Singer, for 60 seconds after your unique hook, your next shot gains 4 meters of range. Oh, that's cool too. That's actually really cool. What the heck? So you can just like you have like 4 chances to get 4 or more chances to get like an extra bit of range. That's nice. Slinger, okay. So executioner or pyramid head for 60 seconds after your unique hook. Your next shot gains 2 meters of range and applies torment on it. I like that too. Twins, the next time you unbind Victor after your unique hook, he gains 25% movement speed for 4 seconds. Nice. These are cool ideas. Like, it really makes the characters very interesting. Adds depth. And it gives you some nice actual character specific bonuses. Artist, whenever you get a unique hook, gain 1 extra dire crow for 50 seconds. Your next swarm takes 50% longer to remove and does not lose its aura on repel. Very nice. Onryo, whenever you get a unique hook, the auras of all survivors carrying tapes are revealed for 6 seconds. Oh, that's like an Eerie, but you get it like in the base. I think it's like an Eerie, I'm not sure. Mastermind or Wesker. For 20 seconds after your unique hook, you gain 1 additional charge. That's cool. That's cool. Zeno says, whenever you get a unique hook, you travel through and exit from tunnels 50% faster on your next trip and see the auras of all flame turrets for 6 seconds upon entering a tunnel. That would be very nice. Whenever you get a unique hook, your next slice and dice duration is increased to, ooh, for Chucky? Ooh, man. Yo, I wish these were in the game, bro. Like, these are cool. Like, I can't imagine, this is the kind of stuff I would love to see in the game, because you're being rewarded for not only playing it the way that they want you to, but also you're getting character specific bonuses that literally just make it playing the character way more fun. Like, why is that not a thing? Knight, whenever you get a unique hook, your next guard summon will not disappear when the second one is used. That's very nice. Animatronic, after unique hook, your next axe throw breaks pallets or walls it lodges into when the axe is recalled. If it lodges in a gen, it instead deals 8% max regression. So you can just like launch your axe at something, recall it, break a gen, and keep walking. That's super cool. Krasu says, whenever you get a unique hook, the next pallet or window you regurgitate on will be marked. Increase vault speed of marked objects in head form by 15%. I like these. These are so cool.
These pop style bonuses too, to enhance the next use of their power after getting your hook. Some of these are just meant to make you better at what you're already doing, like Wraith, Artist, or Deathslinger. A few like Springtrap, Cannibal, or Knight.
Pixel is cooking right now. We're talking like plate setup, utensils on the side, napkins ready to go. You know, oh my god, like pots and pans oiled up and ready to go. You know what I mean? Like stovetop already heating up, ovens already getting preheated. Like, bro is cooking. Like, god damn.
Could give you an extra option or tool in your arsenal. You guys know I've suggested the idea of a mint rag teleport for Hag before. I like this addition to her power, because it gives her access to perks like Pop, Friends to the End, and Turn Back the Clock.
There in ways she couldn't. Yes, you can actually make Hag interesting to play. Like, that would be cool. Because current Hag is kind of cheese, like, and not even in like they're overpowered by any means. It's like they're just cheese in a sense that they just kind of suck. Like, in that sense, like cheese ain't even the right word actually. They're just bad. I'm like nobody cares about Hag or wants to play them. At least the vast majority, because it's like, why? Like, you're slow and you gotta. It's your power is easily countered. Like, you can just stay like, oh man.
Really do before.
It's sad.
I think my favourite in this category is Wesker. People loved having a third dash in 2v8, and letting Wesker have a third dash gives him legitimate map control that would help him get into his next chase or get a crazy long range snipe without having 3 dashes all the time and dealing with all the balance issues that would ensue with it. Another way you could handle it would be a reload or cooldown refresh for a limited access killer power. Several killer powers have resources that would become depleted throughout the match. Zombies getting splattered by pallets.
These wow. Okay, so trappers, you'll get 1 new trap. Huntress, you can get 2 hatches refunded on each hook. Clown with all bottles refunded on the hook. Trickster getting 16 blades refunded. Nemesis, all destroyed zombies respawn and any blinded zombies immediately recover. And zombies gain 1 meter per second movement speed for 30 seconds. Wow. Scully, whenever you get a unique hook, all survivors with 1 or more lock-on stacks are revealed on the radar for 12 seconds, and all claw traps, what the heck? Batteries fully refill. Unknown, whenever you get a unique hook, reset your teleport cooldown. All survivors that any amount of weaken get the weaken fully restored. Killer instant reveal for 4 seconds. These are just nice, dude. Like, what? Like, what? Bro is cooking right now. Oh my god. He has more. It says shape after 4 unique hooks. Slaughtering strike maximum range is increased. Doctor with the snap out action takes longer for each unique hook. Pig, you can get it if you have first 4 unique hooks to gain an additional trap. Plague, you'll after 4 unique hooks, getting a pool of devotion, becoming corrupted. Demo, you gain a 5% travel speed through the upside down for every unique hook, and you'll get an aura within 8 meters of a portal. Oni says after 4 unique hooks, reduce the interval between blood orbs spawning passively from injured survivors. Wow, what? Yo, these are so good. We need stuff. Why don't we have stuff like this in the game? Like, this would be so cool. The heck? Petabyte. If you get 4 hooks, your box will spawn in front of you. Dredge. If you get a hook in Nightfall, it's paused for 15 seconds. And then your next hook outside of Nightfall will begin Nightfall immediately? What? Lich, after 2 unique hooks, fly duration by 1 second. After 4, you gain an additional skeleton to fly to the damned. After 6 unique hooks, 5% haste for 5 seconds after casting the sphere. After 8 unique hooks, basic attacks refresh mage hands cooldown. Wow. Master, after 4 unique hooks, permanently increase movement speed along the search trail by 10%. First, after 4 unique hooks, the blocked out period of World Breaker where the survivors cannot use the clouds permanently increased by 20%. Yo, bro is actually cooking it up. This has got to be some of the coolest changes I've ever seen get suggested for the fresh hook idea. This is so freaking cool. This is so good. I don't know if he's actually putting anything in for Ghostface. Honestly, I would say, like, what if he was able to reset his cooldown? Well, actually, no. Usually, if you're hooking, your cooldown comes back by the time you get out of hooking. But I don't know. Maybe there could be like a stalking speed increase, like when you lean or something like that, because you want to incentivize people leaning and not just like right clicking in the middle of the open and getting it revealed like for no reason. Maybe a stalk speed increase would be nice. And maybe haste or something. I don't know. Like that would be interesting to see. These are great ideas, man. Absolutely. Like, I mean, like I can think about all these other characters too. I mean, I think well, I mean, they already covered Skull Merchant and Trapper. I think Ghostface, I don't think was in the list. Maybe he does mention it, I don't know, but regardless, I like these ideas. They're so fun. They're so good. And this, I think, could help solve a lot of the, and this is something I've suggested even previously, is like, if you're trying to change this strategy, right? You're trying to change the strategy. You're trying to, you know, make it more enjoyable for Survivor players because they don't want to counter it. They don't want to play around anything. They just want to sit there and complain. Add in bonuses for the killer. I don't understand why their philosophy was punish when it's like, if you want people to do something, give them a reason to that's positive. Give them a reward. Like, this has been shown even in scientific studies, like, you know, when trying to understand behavior and like of like animals and people and things like that. Like, they've done this before. You know, in any example you can pull out of that you know, sort of well of info, like, you can literally see time and time again, if you want someone or something to do something, you reward them for doing that behavior, they'll be more incentivized to do that thing again. That's just how it works. So that's why I'm saying, like, this would be a fantastic idea. This would be perfect because you give rewards for those powers and they're specific to those characters, so you're getting a direct bonus. We don't need punishments for that. We don't. That's not really needed. Like, the punishment in itself is not receiving the bonus, right? So, for example, like, if you aren't getting, say, on Myers, because it's at the top, say you aren't getting 4 unique hooks, that means you're not getting your permanent, or not permanent, permanent maximum range increase, right? Or for demo, it says if you aren't, if you say you don't get unique hooks, you don't get your 5% travel speed to upside down, which the teleport already is slow as hell. So why would you not want that, right? I mean, the list goes on, right? Like this is something that I wish that would be tackled more in this game, is rewarding the behavior you want. Like that would be the thing that would get people to do what you want them to do in the game. Look, even Trapper, right? Like whenever you get a fresh hook, one trap. You know, here's your reward, here's your trap. You know what I mean? So you don't have to go, like, hopefully they can, if they were to add that, make it be one of the farthest traps across the map that you can't even reach. Just like plop it in your inventory. That would be perfect. You know what I mean? Like that'd be awesome. You know what I mean? It would be so cool. Huntress, same thing. You don't have to keep reloading all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Or Clown. He doesn't have to reload all slow. You know what I mean? That'd be so cool. These are so nice. and when I've been playing other games, like even, I mean, I know Rivals is a hero shooter and other games are different, completely different games, but I do notice that with those games, especially like Rivals, like they have bonuses for different things. Like for example, on Rivals you have like the team up feature, right? So like you can have different team compositions that provide different bonuses. You don't need to have them all the time, but if you wanted them, you go, okay, if my teammate's pricking Wolverine, I could probably play Thing or Hulk and be able to launch him across the map and help him out. Like, you know, you don't have to do that. You're not like you know, banned from playing, you know, whatever character you want because of it. Like you just get to pick it and have the bonus if you want it. That's cool. Like I wish they had more of that. You know, even with, let's say even Siege, right? Where like there was that one character that was using you know, Glaz, which I used to play him a lot. His whole thing is having a thermal scope. So you can use smoke bombs if you want to, but you don't have to. Like, it's just nice to have the choice, because he comes with smoke bombs depending on what you choose in your build. So you could just be like, oh, I want to use smokes this time, but you don't have to, but you can. Like, it's nice. Like they want you to snipe with him. You can, like, you know, you don't have to. Like, these are cool things. Like you know, I'm just saying. That's just mainly like my perspective on it. Like I look at that, like even with just even like how the characters are designed. Like you have stuff like on different characters, like you have like really high mobility on certain healers. So like your whole thing is like getting in fast, right? So maybe you can like catch up to your teammates quickly and be able to heal them or something like that. Or even I mean, like the list goes on and on, dude. Like, oh my god. Like there's another character like Angela, right, on Rivals. Like their whole thing is like flying, right? So they want you to fly, right, basically, and use your flying. So what is the bonus you're getting? You can go around and when you fly, a meter fills up, so you can then the next hit you do deals additional damage. They didn't say, oh, if you don't hit anyone and in the air you land on the ground and then you can't fly anymore. Like they don't have that. They literally like have it so you can fill the meter and use it, or if you don't have to necessarily, but you can. You know, like I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I'm just going off on a rant or a tangent, but I'm just saying. Like, I think to me, like that's just how you can fix it, is by trying to give people stuff to want to do. You know, that's just how I'm seeing it.
Gone enormous systemic changes much faster before, and taking individualized approach to balancing unique per killer hook incentives means that you can take your time working out any kinks that crop up from any individual killer causing problems, instead of having to deal with an overwhelming number of edge cases that come up from applying the same system to 40 plus killers at once.
I have to agree with Minskull on that as well, because the issue with blanketing everything is that you miss a ton of coverage. You miss a ton of things at once if you try to do that. But if you individualize them, you know, equally, and look at each one as their own individual, then you can then create a much more fun experience for that. Now, obviously, it takes much longer, and I understand that because of where, you know, behavior's at right now, they want to be able to kind of quick fix and try to, like, you know, get people back in. But the problem is that like by doing that, you're also alienating a lot of people too, because you know, the way that the game is sort of balanced right now, where it's like characters that kind of need changes aren't receiving any, and then the characters that like there's other characters that are just like getting nerfs for no reason or other things, and then there's other stuff that gets buffed or added or thrown onto that only make the health of the game worse, which is not good, because then you're just like you're just pushing everybody away at once instead of trying to look at the core problems and fix those things. So that, at least to me, is where I'm at when it comes down to how they're balancing the game. And yeah, I mean, we could even see with each patch, within the patch notes, if you're curious, you can just take a gander and take a look and go, yeah, you can kind of see. And I've covered it even previously in different videos, like which changes are a little bit overtuned and which changes are kind of going in the wrong directions and stuff like that. Like, I do think there are a lot of killers that have not received any changes, that haven't received changes in years. I kind of need it, like, desperately. Legion is also another one that comes to mind, that apparently they've stated like they're not going to they don't have any plans to improve Legion, so that's unfortunate. It would be nice, you know, like it would be cool to just kind of give them a little more speed or something to make them a little faster, give them a little bit of scratch marks and frenzy or something, but you know, unfortunately we are not going to be receiving that. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts, of course. Original video is linked in the description. But yeah, consider hitting the thumbs up as well, subscribing, and obviously let me know your thoughts. If you really want to support the channel, you can go ahead and become a member on the YouTube, Patreon, or even subbing on Twitch. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off our members from Patreon: Pro King 101, YouTube members: Kargan Falcon, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not JLo, Evil Peach, Cozy Bozy, Theo Endire, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. And for the Twitch, we have Final Girl Bunny, Leona Art, Zazabu, Evil Blade, Danica, Crow Vader, Cake is a Road, Zeneron, Ginsburg, Mr. Morik, Kevin, Zero Mocker, Ashai Boo, and Gryffindor. Appreciate you guys supporting. Really means a lot. If you want to become a member, you can go ahead and join through Patreon or YouTube members, or even sub on Twitch. See you guys in the next one.